Hello, welcome to the Reading Science information session. My name is Dr. Amy Murdoch. In this information session, I will be discussing our three program options: the Ohio Reading Endorsement, the Dyslexia Certificate, and the Reading Science Master's Degree. Our Reading Science program has two formats that we are currently offering the program. One is a site-based program, which holds all courses at Mayerson Academy with some online components. So we have course meetings, and then we also utilize Blackboard within the site-based program. And then our second format is a fully online format where there will be no face-to-face meetings. Courses will be 100% online. We are currently accepting applications for a May start and an August start for both the online program and the site-based program. So we will have a May online cohort and a May site-based program, as well as August. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the partnership with Mayerson Academy, talk about the different program options, the format of our courses, the cost associated with our program, and the process for application, and a place for you to get additional information. The Reading Science program is based on a scientific model of reading. We look to the research to understand how best to help children learn to read and how best to help those children who did not learn to read successfully, so how to remediate reading problems. We believe that teaching reading is a job for an expert. Our Reading Science program has been through a couple very thorough reviews of our content and course materials. The Higher Learning Commission in 2011 reviewed our program and gave us an extremely favorable review. And then last year in 2012, the International Dyslexia Association conducted a very thorough review and deemed us an IDA recognized program. We are the only IDA recognized program in Ohio and one of 9 in the nation, so we're very proud of this recognition. Our program includes pieces of the LETTERS professional development modules, and LETTERS stands for Language Essentials for Teachers of Reading and Spelling. Our program also includes Orton-Gillingham Multi-Censored Structured Language, and even our face-to-face program does utilize some online features and online content through Blackboard. The faculty from the Mount that you will work with if you choose to come to our program include myself, Dr. Amy Murdoch, and my background is in school psychology, and I have a strong research interest in response to intervention and also vocabulary instruction and vocabulary development. Dr. Richard Sparks, my colleague, is a widely published expert in the area of second language acquisition and learning disabilities. He is the professor who will teach the phonics and linguistic courses. In addition to the Mount faculty, you will have the privilege of working with our very extensive group of experts who work as our adjunct faculty. Our Orton-Gillingham program has Carol Duke as our director and a cadre of master Orton-Gillingham teachers who work with us to present content during those courses as well as provide supervision. In addition, we have partnered with the Center for Dyslexic Children. The two directors of those centers, Kathy Arnold and Sarah Herrig, teach content in our courses and teach our advanced Orton-Gillingham course. We have LETTERS trainers who teach the LETTERS workshops in the program. In the face-to-face format, those are LETTERS official trainers. And then in the online format, they are national LETTERS trainers who are presenting that content, including Dr. Louisa Motes. The course schedule, I'll talk about the online cohort first and then the site-based. The both of our cohorts, we take the 16-week semester at the college and divide it about in half. And so our students, because they're busy professionals, seem to appreciate doing one course at a time, but being able to do 2 courses across a semester to get through the program more quickly. So you do 1 course at a time, but you will have completed 2 across the 16-week semester. In the online cohort, we run a 7-week semester, so you'll do 1 course for 7 weeks, and then you'll do a second one for 7 weeks. Similar in the site-based program, we take that 16-week and divide it, this time directly in half across the school year, and you have 8-week semesters. During the school year, our courses meet on Saturdays. We have all-day workshops on Saturdays, or Tuesday evenings, which is a 4:30 to 8:30 time frame. So courses will be in one of the 2 formats, with the majority of courses on that Saturday format. In the summer, courses are offered a little differently in our site-based program. Because our audience is full-time teachers, during the summer, we offer courses during the day, during the week. And during the summer, we have 2 summer sessions, each 6 weeks. So they're a bit more accelerated. Now I want to talk through the 3 different program options. The first being the Ohio Reading Endorsement. The Ohio Reading Endorsement now does require that all teachers entering this program have a 12-hour prerequisite of reading coursework. And this is coursework that you've done as an undergrad, or could be courses that you've taken as a graduate student, but done prior to entering the Reading Endorsement program. And this is a requirement across the state now. If you do not have this 12-hour from your previous licensure program, you can take courses with us to complete those hours, and I would invite you to talk with me directly about your background with this. The Reading Endorsement coursework is 6 courses or 18 hours, and it's listed here on this slide. The one possibility of an elective is in the RDG 504, Children and Adolescent Literature. If you've had this previously, even as an undergraduate, you've had it, we can, instead of doing that course, you can have the option of doing a reading elective. And we have 2 reading electives, the RDG 532 and 592, which are part of our dyslexia certificate. So some people who are working towards the dyslexia certificate, in addition to the reading endorsement, take this option, because as you'll see in a second, then it's easier to get the dyslexia certificate completed. In addition to our 6 courses in the reading endorsement, you also get to take the Ohio Assessment for Educators, and again, this is a state of Ohio requirement. The OAE is the test that has replaced the praxis. So you may remember taking a praxis for your initial licensure. It's a praxis-like test that is administered at testing centers, and you will take the reading subtest 1 and subtest 2. After you complete your coursework and successfully pass the OAE, then you will do an application through the college to the state of Ohio, and the reading endorsement is attached to your license. Which reminds me, it is important, and we require this as part of our admissions, that you do have a current Ohio teaching license, because you cannot get the reading endorsement unless you have that. It does not stand on its own. It is attached to a license. It cannot be an alternative license, and it cannot be a related services license. So speech pathologists, school psychologists, unfortunately, the reading endorsement cannot be attached to those licensures. The course rotation for the reading endorsement, it takes 3 semesters or 1 year to complete if you're following kind of our suggested format. This is a format that is very doable for full-time teachers, but we can also adjust this if you would like to spread it out further. The college does require that any program you complete it within 5 years of enrollment, which is very doable for the reading endorsement. But most of my students, they begin in one semester and they complete it after 3. So if you begin with us in the summer, you would do 2 courses in the summer, these 2 courses in the fall, and these 2 specific courses in the spring. The online follows the same course rotation plan, so you would just begin in January with RDG 505, then take 540, then in the summer take 530 and 538, in the fall do 504 and 591, and finish things up. In addition to the coursework, there are practicum requirements throughout the program. We have a practicum course, which is our RDG 591 course, which is our Orton-Gillingham course. And in that course, you will get 105 documented practicum hours. And then prior to that course, you will get 45 hours for a total of 150 hours of practicum. The practicum does have to have at least 15 hours across the different grade spans. Can have more than that, but at least these 15. And there'll be courses along the program that you will get hours in. Here is a slide with the website for more information about the Ohio Assessment for Educators. On this website, you can get information about the test, some sample questions, and there are now sample tests available through this website. This Ohio Assessment for Educators is required for both the reading endorsement and the dyslexia certificate. The dyslexia certificate has 21 credit hours and 6 courses. So in the reading endorsement there were 6 courses. I'm sorry, yes, 6 courses. I'm sorry, I mean 7 courses, 21 credit hours, 7 courses. So in the reading endorsement there were 6 courses. So if you take away 504, it's those 5 courses plus 2 additional reading courses, which are listed on this slide, 532 and 592. So that's why those who don't need the Children and Adolescent Lit course often opt to take 532 or 592 as an elective, because that gets them one step closer to the dyslexia certificate. In addition to these additional courses, you do also do an additional field experience, which are 60 additional documented practicum hours with 8 visits from a supervisor. This 593 is a follow-up to our Orton-Gillingham course, where you do further implementation of Orton-Gillingham with students you're working with and are supervised by a master teacher. Also with the dyslexia certificate, as I said, the OAE reading test is required. On this slide, you'll see the course rotation for the dyslexia certificate. So the first part of it is the same as the reading endorsement. So it's the same courses that you would do for the reading endorsement, 505, 540, first, and so on. If you continue on with us for the dyslexia certificate, you would then do, after completion of the endorsement courses, you would then do 532 and 592. And yes, the sequence is important. 532 and 592 can only be done after the reading endorsement courses. We do have people who just come in to do the dyslexia certificate, and that is wonderful. And so this would be the plan that you would follow. The dyslexia certificate is issued by the college and does not require an Ohio teaching license. And so we have speech pathologists, school psychologists, all sorts of people getting the dyslexia certificate. We do require a background in education, but you do not have to be a teacher or a classroom teacher. And again, if you have questions about your specific background, please don't hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. Our master's degree program is all of the courses I've just talked about, plus one more reading class, and then our educational core classes. So If you don't have your master's degree and you're coming in thinking about the reading endorsement, many of my students who come in as reading endorsement students continue on for the dyslexia certificate and then the master's degree, just because it's easy once you get started to keep going. So after you've completed all of the courses that we've talked about so far, so the 8 courses that we've talked about in reading, you'll do one additional reading class, and then our 2 graduate education core classes, the Ethics for Educators and the Statistics and Research. And then the final course in your program is the EDU 600, which is your master's thesis. It's a research project. It's a 1-credit class. Everything else is 3 credits. A 1-credit class where you choose a topic and you research it and you conduct a literature review and write a beautiful master's thesis around that topic. So the course rotation for the master's degree is everything up through the dyslexia certificate and then continuing on with the master's courses. And so it's kind of nice if you are in the master's degree program, you get things along the way. So if you come in as a master's degree student, you know you want that degree. After your first 6 courses, you'll get the reading endorsement, and then 2 more courses in the field experience, you'll get the dyslexia certificate, and then you'll finish up with 3 more full courses and then the master's thesis. Some additional program requirements that are important to know about. We do require that all of our students attend a new student orientation, and this is done a few weeks before your program begins. At this new student orientation, we just go over all the little logistical things about our program, as well as get you ready to be successful in the first course, which the first course for everybody is RDG 505, the Psychology of Reading. And so this is a requirement. In addition, we require that during your time with us, you attend 1 local or national conference, reading conference, and that you join a professional organization. Our current costs for our program, and the costs are the same for the online and the site-based program. Our current cost is $550 per credit hour for the cohorts that we're currently recruiting for. All courses in the program are 3 credit hour courses, with the exception of the 593, which is the Advanced Reading Practicum course, and our EDU 600 course, which is a 1 credit hour course. The 593 course, you will pay for supervision hours, but there is not a college credit attached to that. Our application deadlines for the different cohorts are listed on this slide. So if you're interested in the January online cohort, which is our first cohort to begin for our next round, is December 1st. So please get your materials in by December 1st. We will be reviewing applications shortly after that, and you should hear from us the 2nd week of December. All 3 of these programs, you do need to apply to the College of Mount St. Joseph's graduate education programs. The contact person, and she's wonderful, is Mary Brigham in graduate admissions. Her contact information is here. If you are interested in applying, please email her and she will send you a link to our online application and tell you about our program requirements for application. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We would love to talk with you more. You can contact me, Dr. Amy Murdoch, at the email listed here. I'm probably best with email, but my phone number is listed as well. Carla Good is a reading science advisor, so she also would be able to help you with questions. And I already told you about Mary Brigham in graduate admissions. And then Sonia Milrod is our contact partner at Mayerson Academy. And if you have questions about the program or the content, she can also answer your questions. Thank you so much for considering our program, and I would love to talk to you further. Take care.